Extra Life was born. It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so the funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
62 kids like me enter a children's hospital every minute.
And I was one of those kids. You could save their life too.
Play games, heal kids.
So, what did you think about Blackbeard's Ghost? It's spooky season. I figured scary.
It's spooky season. It's a wonderful example of its time.
It is.
And a lot of fun, despite some pretty glaring faults.
Absolutely. It is, with the Blackbeard's Ghost we're watching is the 1968 Peter Ustinov starring Walt Disney, film. Starring, like I said, Peter Ustinov, Dean Jones, and Suzanne Pleshette, I think is how she pronounces her last name.
Yep. She was on the Newhart show.
She was.
Well, the Bob Newhart show.
So, this is You Want Me to Watch What? Where we pick a film that one of us has seen. In this case, it was my turn to choose, and we subject the other person to it. And I was shocked to learn that you hadn't seen this one.
It's amazing the things that go under the radar.
It is amazing. Granted, we both kind of realized, like, we both watched the Don Knotts, Disney movies. So
we have Don Knotts in common.
We have Don Knotts in common.
What better foundation to build a marriage?
There's worse.
There are worse. There are worse.
Don Knotts is a treasure.
Don Knotts is a treasure.
Mm-hmm. We will always have the incredible Mr. Limpet and Apple Dumpling Gang.
Truth.
But today...
And Private Eyes.
And Private Eye. Was Private Eyes Disney?
I don't care if it's Disney or not. It's not. Don Knotts.
It is Don Knotts. But Blackbeard's Ghost, Peter Ustinov, is playing the pirate because of course he is.
Well, yeah.
He
had to.
Absolutely. And he is mugging so much.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much playing up. I wonder how much of this was scripted. And how much of it is just, Mr. Ustinov saying, I'm playing a pirate. I'm having fun today.
What if I played a pirate with the same voice that I played a Lion King of medieval England?
Yeah.
He was Prince John.
He was Prince John. Let's hear Prince John sing some sea shanties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it works.
It works.
It works.
As do the practical effects in this film.
Practical effects are amazing.
They are amazing. Especially, I kind of imagine for the time. Anyway, getting ahead of ourselves. Steve Walker, played by, let's see, that was Jones. Yeah, that was Dean Jones. Mm-hmm. He arrives, and he is in town. He is looking for his inn. He is the new track coach at the college, Godolphin College.
Which I still think is funny that it looks like it says God off. God awful.
Uh-huh. I always, whenever I was a kid, thought it was Go Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they sold it as.
Well, again, I'm talking 10 years old.
Oh, yes.
Scary movie.
Scary movie. So spooky.
So spooky. And the first indication that we have that the track team is in trouble is he meets one of his kids. He meets the captain of the team at the gas station. It's like, oh, well, you must be the sprinter. Little skinny guy. No, I'm the shot put.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, kid takes him to his inn, Blackbeard's Inn, run by the descendants of, all female descendants, little old ladies of Blackbeard and Blackbeard's crew.
Yep.
And this is a very charming place. I would stay there. It looks a hoot.
It reminded me of House on the Rock.
It does, doesn't it?
You know, where it's just this great big collection of...
It's a big mess of a building that is somehow also...
amazing.
Kind of amazing. Mm-hmm. You know, absolutely stay there for a night. I have no clue why these people are having trouble getting money, but they are. They're holding...
60s, man.
The 60s, man. People have no sense of,
No sense of style.
But they're holding a bazaar. They're having a carnival. They're selling pies. They're having a charity auction. One of the ladies is running a fortune teller booth. And they're trying to raise money because their mortgage, if they don't raise enough money by, X number of days, I think it was a month, the land in the building is going to be sold to the local gambler.
Yeah.
Silky Seymour.
Silky Seymour. Could you come up with a slimier name for your villain?
No, and my word, they pick a good guy to play him with the little pencil-thin mustache that he's wearing for this, and he plays an excellent sleazeball.
Yeah.
And you see it right off the bat. They're at the thing. They're trying to have an auction. They're selling antiques that the ladies have had, and Silky sends off his goons.
Yep.
They're straight out of a mob movie.
Yep.
To go convince people not to gamble. Well, or not to bet, sorry. He wants people to gamble. He wants the land because it's an island. It was cut off from the mainland, so the rules as to who owns it, kind of shaky. So, perfect place for a casino. That's, a casino that's not exactly honest. But I repeat myself. Silky Seymour wants a casino. He's going to keep people from bidding on these items because the women, if they can't pay the mortgage, it's mine. Well,
yeah. It's not the banks.
It's not the banks.
It won't go up for auction.
No, it's his. Well, he bought the mortgage already from the banks, even though the women have a chance to pay them. It's the 60s.
It's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie from the 60s.
Our cartoonish villains.
With our cartoonishly, slightly less evil than Silky Seymour football coach, he's playing the stereotypical jock. He's there to be a foil at the beginning to show that, Steve doesn't back down. He gets in a bidding war with the football coach. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How awful. And he wins an antique bed warmer.
Yay.
Owned by Blackbeard's 10th wife, the rumored witch Alditha Teach. The 10th wife of Blackbeard. Fast forward for a bit, dude's in his room. And one of the little old ladies tells him about, the bed warmer and the room, because he's put up in Blackbeard's room. He was really helpful getting $900. They need
No. He bet $200 or wagered $200 on the thing. That $200, which by the way comes to about $1,900 in today's money. I mean, for a bed warmer.
For a bed warmer.
That guy knows charity.
That guy does know charity. And he also knows, having a wagging contest with the football coach.
Yeah.
And the slimy,
the
casino
guy.
Casino guy was also telling us, I don't want you to bet anymore. Well, why not? I don't want you to. Dude, you're a casino owner. You should know better.
Yeah.
You could have just let it run.
Yep.
There's no way they're making enough money.
Well, because it's a laughable amount.
It is.
It's $38,000 these people need to raise in 2 days.
Well, no, about a month. The movie takes place so fast that it feels like just a couple of days.
It does take place fast.
It does not waste time on scenes.
No.
Unless Peter Ustinov is in them.
Yes.
They want to get to the ghost.
They do want to get to Ghost.
Yep. So, one of the old ladies explains to Steve about his room and his bed warmer, and she's playing it up. Well, I don't think she's actually playing it up, but man, this would be so cool if you were staying in the thing. And, she gives, the whole curse that, because she was a witch. Blackbeard said, hey, she's a witch. She was burned at the stake, and on her dying breath, she cursed him that he would be in limbo until he does a truly good deed. So he's been in limbo. Steve accidentally breaks his bed warmer, finds, Alditha's book of spells, and for a lark reads one, which he should know better. You don't just read out of a spell book from a witch. And he's promptly cursed with having to see Blackbeard.
He's cursed with a Peter Ustinov.
He's cursed with a Peter Ustinov.
And all of his hammy delights.
And all of it. Blackbeard shows up. Steve's the only one who can see him. Even though we see throughout the movie everything that, Blackbeard picks up. He's picking up rum bottles and drinking it. And, you can see his footsteps and people are thinking Steve's the crazy one. He's knocking people over.
Mm-hmm. Steve is the crazy one.
Well, Steve...
He read from the old book.
He did, yeah. So, Steve doesn't want to share his room with Blackbeard. Blackbeard's a drunk. Blackbeard's annoying. Blackbeard's violent.
Yeah.
So, he leaves, gets in his car, drives off. I'm going to go stay at the other inn. Mm-hmm. Forget this. I'm gone. Blackbeard hitches a ride. This is the only guy who can see me. Takes the wheel. Blackbeard, take the wheel.
Don't remember that song.
Well, it doesn't end up as well as the other one because he gets caught by the cops. And there's open bottle of rum in the car because, of course, Blackbeard brought rum. Now, here's the part that throws me. It's like the cop is sitting here. The cop sees that Steve's not doing anything. Steve's in the car. But the cop is out of the car, in front of the car. And Blackbeard's breaking the pencil, ripping up the things, stole the motorcycle of the cop and drove it around. And somehow Steve's arrested. I guess they think he's telekinetic.
Steve is so drunk
He is correct.
that the cop was seeing things.
Apparently.
Well, how else do you figure?
He's released in the morning, while he's sitting in the thing, he talks to Blackbeard, tells him about the curse, says, hey, why don't you give your treasure to the old ladies? You'll have done your good deed. Well, cool. If I do a good deed, that's excellent. I'll get free. There's no treasure. I spent it on a nice week in Port Royal.
But, oh, what a week.
Oh, what a week. It's like, Steve is exasperated at this point. It's like, there is nothing good about you, and you're dragging me down. Mm-hmm. No. Steve's let out the next day. There's lack of evidence. Of course there is. How do you blame the guy for wrecking the motorcycle when he's in the car? And there was no evidence of, they tested him. He wasn't drunk. He doesn't drink.
Yep. No booze.
It might reek of alcohol in his car. No booze in his system. Mm-hmm. Cut to, the dean of the college, who is also kind of a jerk because most people in this movie are. Most guys. If you're a dude in this movie, you're a jerk.
Yeah. Including our heroes.
Mm-hmm. And Joanne, who is a professor at the college, she's trying to help the little old ladies. She's actually handling the money for them. She's a child psychology professor, and the dean asks him, keep an eye on this guy. I don't know what's wrong. He hasn't even met the track team, and he's already cracking. Steve is given 3 weeks to get this track team whipped into shape to compete in the track meet. I don't remember its name. It's unimportant. It's the track meet. He has 3 weeks. We get one shot, one scene of him
meeting his team.
And realizing, I'm screwed. Mm-hmm. They're screwed. I'm screwed. But Blackbeard does say, hey, we could cheat. No, I have my principles. Yeah. Keep your hands off my boys.
Yeah.
All right. Time passes. And it passes quick. Like Chad said, it feels like this takes place over 2 days. It's supposed to be weeks. Joanne takes him to a restaurant, takes him to the best restaurant, and takes Steve to the best restaurant in town. Happens to be the casino, because of course it is.
It seems to be that kind of town.
It's that kind of town. So they're at the casino/restaurant. And she's still carrying around the money. It's been 3 weeks. She's still got the money, the $900 that they've raised at the bazaar. She's supposed to take it to the bank in the morning. It's like, wait a minute. Why have you been carrying this around for 3 weeks?
Oh, because I don't trust it to stay at home.
Yeah, that's true. While there, Steve confesses to Joanne that he's been seeing Blackbeard's ghost. She thinks he's nuts. Blackbeard's ghost, on the other hand, sneaks the money out of the purse and places a bet. They're in a casino. Let's place a bet. Mm-hmm. Bets on the track team Godolphin to win, and it's 50-1 odds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hides the slip back in her purse. We go on. The next day's a track meet, and she's angry. You're the only person who knows I've been carrying around this money. How did this slip get in here? Despite the fact that he was with her literally every second of the day that they were there.
It is among the glaring plot holes.
It is among the glaring plot holes, but she's not willing to believe in ghosts, even though the waiter kept tripping, over nothing and spilling, stuff all over himself, and things are floating in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts
Doors
are
opening, closing on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was not terribly observant about such things.
So we get to the track meet. Mm-hmm. And Godolphin's losing. Of course they are. They are the worst track team.
Yes. All the good athletes are on the football team. Even though their seasons are radically different.
Yeah. Well, your football coach isn't going to, he's probably training them, off season.
The 60s, man.
The 60s, man. I've never, ever, ever seen any athlete in a school do two different sports.
No.
Never. Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
No. Never. They're losing. Blackbeard decides, I'm going to help. And we get the slapstickiest, everyone in the place must think that something's weird's going on, but they're just willing to go along with it because, hey, Godolphin's winning. That's hilarious and awesome. Mm-hmm. You've got things like the shot putter throws his shot put, and Blackbeard doesn't just run with it in the air. No, he's tossing it to himself and then finally chucks it. So you got the shot put just bouncing along in the air. Mm-hmm. You got one of the races, you got the races. Blackbeard's tripping the other racers, spinning them around and getting them to run backwards. So Godolphin's player turns around and watches for a while and just decides to keep going. Mm-hmm. Steve is upset.
He's got his principles.
He's got his principles. And by golly, even though he looks like a all this is going on, pole vaulters, things are snapping, people are suddenly flying through the air, and everyone's looking at Steve like he's the nut job. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you're winning, aren't you?
It really does speak to the deeper problem we have of sports in this country. Mm-hmm. So long as you're winning, who cares?
Yeah. Well, Steve finally, lays into Blackbeard, keep your hands off my boys. I'd rather lose on my principles and see those old ladies out on the street and let Sly win, not Sly, Silky win. Mm-hmm. It's the last event. Godolphin just needs to win this event. Whoever wins this event's the winner. It's the relay race. So tense. Godolphin's losing by like a half a lap. Finally, Steve breaks his principles, tells Blackbeard to go do something. Blackbeard messes with the baton exchange for the other team. Well, 3 other teams. Mm-hmm. And Godolphin wins. Excellent. Movie over, right?
One would think.
They won the bet. He's got to pay his bet.
No, there's still a half hour to go.
Nope. Steve's getting ready to leave town when, Joanne comes in. It's like, Silky, reneged on the bet. He's not going to pay it. Steve finally decides, you know what, to hell with my principles. I'm going to go beat the snot out of that guy and get our money back. Mm-hmm. And he and Blackbeard link arms and sing a sea shanty all the walk to the across town. Mm-hmm. Joanne decides to join. Was like, you know what? Fine.
Yep.
Silky reneges on the bet, gives her back the $900, tells her go win it honestly.
Yep.
So they play roulette. And through a bunch of shenanigans. Of course, Blackbeard, messes with the roulette table. They win. They get their money. They're about to leave. Oh no! Silky and his goons are back. They've drawn their guns. He said, no, put those away. They're just gonna beat the hell out of these two people. Mm-hmm. They've just put down new carpet.
Yep.
They're just gonna take the money and, it's like, you're in a casino. Literally, there's no one else here tonight.
Nope.
Nope.
They're all celebrating the
Godolphin
mortgage
win.
thing at the...
Yeah. So, and what follows is another hysterically laughable scene where you got these 4 mooks plus the casino guy getting beat up while Steve is pretending to shoot them with finger guns.
Yep.
And then Steve and Joanne leave. They get in a boat. They're racing back. And the guys are still getting beat up like, what are we fighting? So they make it back in time. Seconds to spare. Get the mortgage. Hand over the money. The banker leaves. Because we have to have a moment with Blackbeard again.
Yes.
Blackbeard gets back. And Steve does something he could have done 3 weeks ago. Hey, repeat after me. Has everyone repeat the spell. They all see Blackbeard. And Blackbeard gets to burn the mortgage. He gets released from his curse, and he joins back with his crew. Credits. Again, because old movie, we got it at the front of the movie, too.
Yep.
So, I still enjoy the effects. I still enjoy seeing Dean Jones having to play this exact scene with Peter Ustinov and then have to do it again by himself so that they can cut to sometimes with, with the 1 and sometimes with the 2. It has some issues, both with story now that, I'm an adult. I'm sure if I was still, 12 years old, 10 years old, I'd still, not even see them. But dang it, I still love it.
What gets me and what I kind of was getting to when I was watching this is there are 3 different movies in this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
In terms of your central conflict, there's the inn and the need for the money there.
Yep.
There's and that's tied to the track team thing. Then you've got the gambler.
Yeah.
And the mortgage and so forth. And then there's the football coach.
Yeah.
So you have 3 potential things kind of going on. Because if this movie were to be made today, 1, it would be missing a Peter Ustinov.
It would be missing a Peter Ustinov. Who would you get as Blackbeard?
We'll come to that in a minute.
Okay.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
No. But if this movie were made today, I think that they would dump the entire casino bit. And it would all be built around the track meet.
Yeah.
And effectively the rivalry with the football coach. Where I think there would be trying to get football players to be on the track team versus the other way around or whatnot. I think that the dean who ended up being a track guy would not have been, or would have been a closeted track guy.
Well, he was through most of the movie until they won at the end.
Yeah, but then until he won.
Yeah, he's a winning guy.
Or they would have gone with the casino route, and they would have found a different kind of gambling thing than the track, because there wasn't time to develop any of it.
Oh no!
And they didn't take the time to develop any of it. The scene where we find out how bad the track team is was maybe 3 minutes long.
Maybe?
Where we see one guy who can... What was the first guy? Because the second guy was... He couldn't do the hurdle, and he just steps on the hurdle and breaks it.
And then it gets stuck to his foot, and then it gets stuck to his other foot.
I don't remember the first guy, but it was another one of those laughably stupid things. Just like... That could have been developed, because we could have seen Steve as being Steve as being a good track coach.
I'd say we have no idea whether he's even competent at his job.
No.
All we know is that he gave a kind of, sort of speech.
Sort of.
It wasn't a great one.
This is like life. You'll have setbacks, and you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
It sounds like the kind of speech you get at the end, toward the end of like one of the Christian-based sports movies.
Yeah.
With about as much
Response from
the team.
There's the one guy who was into it.
Yeah.
And then the rest is like, huh?
So it's a fun movie. It doesn't rest on itself long enough to really let you get bored. There's always something else going on. Usually Peter Ustinov. And he mugs for the camera. He hams it up. He steals every scene he's in. And it just works. It works haltingly and sometimes against all better judgments.
Yeah.
But it does work. And so I'm not going to say this is a put on repeat kind of thing, but definitely a watch it once and then make it a laundry movie. Make it the kind of movie that you step in and you fold laundry to, and when you have to step out to change the load over, you're not really missing it. You don't have to pause this.
No, you don't. You step out whenever Peter Ustinov isn't on screen.
Yeah. Although that's really not a lot of time.
It really isn't. And I make it sound like the other actors aren't doing their job. They are. Dean Jones, Suzanne Pleshette, the ladies who are, I can't remember her name, but the head, lady at the, she was also.
They're just called old ladies in the, but Betty Bronson, who, by the way, played the mother of Jesus in the 1925 Ben-Hur. Like, she's the only one that's familiar to me in terms of her look, but
they're doing their job. They're even the slimy casino guy. It's like he's almost trying to mug as hard as Peter Ustinov. He is going for it. Peter Ustinov just fills every scene that he's in so much.
In part because they get really close to him.
Well, and he's a ghost. He can get right up in their face. And
I mean, the camera gets really close to him. He literally fills the screen.
Yeah. I thought you were done. Because there are plenty of scenes where he's like inches away from someone. And it's like, well, of course. To them, he's not there. He can get right up in their face.
Yep. He can do all things. And it's funny. It's charming. It's reasonably safe for kids and so forth. There's not a minority in the thing, so I mean, there's none of the 60s racial issues that sometimes crop up.
Yeah. Except for the fact that there are no.
Except for the fact that there are no. I mean, it's
none in the college, none on the team.
No.
None in the apparently Blackbeard's. People were all white. Because all of their descendants are little old white ladies.
And the notion that it's taking place in the Carolinas just doesn't make it better. But also, product of its time. We talk about this. Product of its time. What it does well, it does really well. What it does poorly is really only poor because of our current acknowledgement of reality. So it's a see it. Not all the time, but it's a see it from me.
Pop it in with some friends.
Yeah. Absolutely. Pop it in. A 10-year-old's going to love this.
Yeah. There's enough slapstick and there's some slow parts. You're going to have to get through it.
But for the most part, those slow parts, that's when they'll go to the bathroom.
Yep. That's when you go get them their popcorn.
But it's the finger gun scene by itself will probably pay for it.
Yep. And the track meet.
The track meet lesser so, I think.
Oh, yeah. The finger gun, casino scene definitely is the better.
That's just, it's going to make your kids laugh. Just because it is so ridiculous. And then you get to reenact that with them later.
Yep.
So, so see it for me.
Yep. See it from me at least once.
At least once.
At least once. Give it a go. I think it made the top 10 for the year, which was a good year.
It might have. I do not know.
Well, it made the top 10 grossing for the year.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, let's see. What else was that year? Funny Girl, 2001. Rosemary's Baby, Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. Have you seen Planet of the Apes?
I've seen a few scenes of Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
Ooh, you got some ideas for next time?
Well, it is my turn.
It is your turn.